Mana?
Yeah, man. Check in. Yeah, hear me?
Yeah, me I hear you now.
Yeah, man. Vida from you, man. Yeah, man. Wagwan. Bless up in the Sunday. You don't know. Been here again and again and again and again. It's been a few weeks since we're there. You know, Wagwan nice Sunday.
They don't know. The end of the Sunday after watching some football, Chelsea, Arsenal, the big one, and as usual every Sunday. But bless. The
Yeah.
music I play?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, happy Sunday to everybody, man. Happy Sunday to everybody. You don't know, it is the last week of club football and we are going into the big weekend. You understand? We are going into the big weekend of the Reggae Boyz. But, people, we have to talk about, discuss what, is the Usmnt national team sport today. We here to talk about and talk about our own as well. And, we here to discuss, the Barclays story. I'm saying the Barclays story, the English Premier League. I'm here to discuss the EPL, man. Me and Daniel have a debate to get on, with this EPL. The title race is warming up everywhere in Europe. Understand? But, hope we can get you guys as well on board. We are discussing topics that we have. I mean, Daniel, as I said, it's been 2 weeks. You understand? It's been 2 weeks. But people, enjoy the Nick and that intro and we will be back. Yes, people, welcome back again. Welcome back again. But Daniel, we want to start the show. Get some starters in. And I say, you go at your dinner. You get me. I say, go to your woman, and you pick something out for the menu. You start and look at shrimp dip and me. I say, I look at tomato dip with look at bread on the side. But we have to start off by discussing just 5 minutes. We have to take out the time and discuss the German Bundesliga, the French league, which is the managerial league now, and the Italian Serie A, because it's been a while since we're gonna touch on that as well. You understand? This show based upon the Reggae Boyz, the EPL and what's going on in Europe top 5 league. But I mean, look, 9 points already. Bayern Munich ahead of the defending champions, Bayer Leverkusen. Did Xavi Alonso made a mistake by stay back another season? Should he go? Should he stay? What's really going on? It's a circus right now in Leverkusen. They drew on the weekend as well. No, they lost on the weekend. What is going on over there in Leverkusen?
I wouldn't say it was a mistake. I think it could. Some say he probably regret it, never take the Liverpool job, the Real Madrid job, and etc. But I feel like it's a good learning curve for him as a coach. You get me? So because remember, last season everything was going good for them. Like they went through the whole season, was unbeaten. Just that in the Europa League they fall short, but everything else they were perfect. But this season we all expect that it was gonna be easy. You get what I'm saying? Because every year teams improve and team able to study you. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like for him is a good learning curve to stay back at Leverkusen for one more year, because I think it built him as a coach and it able to help him and able to for him to learn. You get my learn from a mistake and etc. So I wouldn't say it was a regret, but in I think there's jobs will still come when the summer come this next summer. I think big jobs will come available for him. You get me? Real Madrid need I think Real Madrid need a new coach. You get what I'm saying? So I think he's still a good coach. I think the team, let's be honest, Leverkusen overachieved last season. Nobody expect them to win the league.
Nobody expect them.
You know what I'm saying? So they kind of overachieved that last season. So it's a learning curve for him.
I just feel like look, the inexperience, his honeymoon period is over. This is the first time of him going through such a bad spell. And I was listening to the build up, before the German Bundesliga start, and the Bayer Leverkusen fans, they were expecting at least to go. This is what I'm telling you. They were saying at least to go to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League, and I was like, this is ridiculous. They didn't really have much major signings around. You get what I'm saying? And that's another thing you have to build on what you have last season. Build on that success. Again, people can say a lot of minutes catching up on them as well. They had a few players went after playing in the Euro tournament. You understand? So we just look at it and just look, Bayern Munich is not at their best. Vincent Kompany is being a little bit stubborn. There's a lot of loopholes in Bayern Munich team this season. Vincent Kompany's first major job as one of Europe top juggernauts. So he's learning as well. So I was expecting Xabi Alonso to go again, but my God, man, 9 points. But I mean, look, the big game, today in Italy, Serie A, Napoli, Çalhanoğlu missed, I don't know, man, back-to-back penalty. He scored one, missed one. That was a fantastic game. But again, you look at it, Inzaghi, what Antonio Conte was going to bring to the table. All players will sit back except Romelu Lukaku, and Lukaku will be up against 3-4 Inter defenders. I think Inzaghi could have started the game a little bit more on the front foot. Move away from this three at the back. Acerbi and Bastoni. Play both of them in that back four and use, DiMarco. Dumfries, Darmian, whatever wing back you want to use, and try to play a little bit more attacking fluent. But they try to go into the rabbit hole by going right down Napoli throat in the midfield where Antonio Conte had everyone packed, jam packed, because that's it. That's Inter Milan. strongest point in their attacking in their final and in their final third. So I'm just saying Inter Milan should have done something different, but again, Napoli is ahead. Is this the time that Antonio Conte is going to prove to Italy that he is the best? Is the best of the best to ever coach an Italian club in the new modern era? Your assessments around Italian Serie A this season. Roma is
Um,
with Juric.
I'm not surprised, and I think I think Conte is one of the most dangerous coach when him only have league fixtures to worry about.
Yeah,
You get me? I don't think he have a good record in Europe. But when
yeah,
he
no,
just have to focus on just the league, I think he's one of the best coach because he able to get more time on the grass to work with the players to set up his team. I
yeah.
know they have a very disappointing, very shocking result last week against Atlanta, but Atlanta have
You
started the
said
season really
shocking.
good.
You said shocking.
No,
I
but
said that has been battling, man.
no, but I would say 3-0.
Gasparini, you just don't know what you're going to get from Gasparini team.
Yeah, but I still think is a shocking result, knowing that Conte team start very good and especially happen at the Maradona Stadium, at
Yeah,
home. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it was a very disappointing result. But Conte, I wouldn't surprise they win it. Yeah, because as I said, he's one of the best coach when he have to just focus on league title. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? So as far as the game today, I'm never able to watch a game, but as far as overall in the Italian league, very competitive.
Yeah,
Atlanta,
competitive.
Fiorentina,
Yeah, yeah.
In
They get
Juventus.
the best goalkeeper in the league.
So many. Like the you can say the top five teams in the league. It's separate by how much points? I think it's
But
separate by two.
you can look at it.
The top six teams. Top
AS
16
Roma,
separate by 1 point. It's crazy.
AS Roma, let go. Jose Mourinho last season. They brought in Daniel Aderas in the back end. He did like what Alexander like that Solskjaer did at United as an interim. They gave him the permanent job. They didn't start the season well. They gave him a lot of money to spend. By the Ukraine striker, and things just haven't going well for AS Roma. But look at it. They brought in Juric and they lost today. They lost today, and it's just. I just feel like they're going to make another managerial appointment before the year finish. I think Juric will get fired by the end of you say November this month or start of December. But look, I expect AC Milan to do a little bit more better.
Yeah.
Again, win at the Bernabeu, come back in local league. Not getting maximum points. Fonseca and Rafael Leo is having. A lot of disagreement. Before the Real Madrid game, he was out, after starting lineup for the last 3 weeks, so it's a lot been happening. Thiago Motta at Juve, is having a lot of issues with the players, trying to be as more like a man, he's being more strict, to what he's known to do, especially what he did at Bologna. So it's going to take time there with all it is, but I think this league is all about, Napoli, because look, they still have quite a few big players. They bought the 2 UK players, last season. From Chelsea was Gilliam, no, Brighton and United.
Yeah.
Scott McTominay, they're doing fantastic work
And
for
they
the
still have his Lukaku everywhere this guy go.
club.
He want Lukaku on his book.
So yeah. But I mean, your favorite?
I still think Inter will be the fairest. I think Inter have the experience. I think overall they have the best squad
Yeah.
they have one of the best defense in Europe. And I still think they will push through. I think they just have the experience and they know how to done they do it before. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be very exciting, but I think Inter will clinch it at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, so people, that's our little starter points right there, discussing the Italian Serie A. But I mean, look, one more point. We have to get this one. No, Kylian Mbappe on the weekend, Vinicius shine. Jude Bellingham finally get his first goal of the season in the La Liga. It's all going, wrong for Kylian Mbappe in his first couple months at the Bernabeu, left out of the Didier Deschamps, squad back-to-back, window in October, no November.
Yeah.
he ruled out himself that he was injured, and then on the weekend he played, in the El Clasico and stuff like that. And then, Didier Deschamps hit back and said, "Look, I don't need Kylian Mbappe this time. He can stay home. He can rest. He can rest his mind." And Kylian Mbappe said he want to come, but it's just not going well, for the Frenchman at Bernabeu. Big last back-to-back last, conceded 7 goals, in 2 home games, Champions League, in the El Clasico. Ancelotti is under some pressure, Militao, ACL again, he popped the same knee, Carvajal, Vasquez, no right back at the club, Hendrick, before he played, some minutes against, I think what, Celtic, and I think it was, I don't remember, Osasuna. It was a month before he got on the page. A lot of names, is calling up that unhappy at Real Madrid. What is going on? Mr. Man Management, the man that who knows to do it all in every league, Carlo Ancelotti. What is really going on in the Bernabeu and in Camp Nou, with Barcelona?
I think it was. I think a lot of people think that it was just gonna click, but we saw the Galactico over the years. It take times.
Yes,
When the Benzema, the Bale, the Ronaldo came in, it take time. When Ronaldo first went there, it never worked out for the first year, but over time, it take time. I
yeah.
personally think Ancelotti is the problem. I think Real Madrid needs somebody fresh, somebody new, but a little
Wow,
bit more. Yeah,
big statement.
yeah. I think Ancelotti, he just constantly doing the same thing over and over and expect it to work. You get what I'm saying? Like I sometimes if something's not working, take off one of those players, one of those superstars, and bring a
Big decisions.
yeah, I think he's scared, but Ancelotti been in the game. You get what I'm saying? So he's supposed to make the decision. If Kylian Mbappe is not performing, take him off the field. If Vinicius is not in the game, take him off the field.
Yeah.
Give Hendricks and
Ula.
what's that? Who got a run? You get what I'm saying? So I think this is it. We might sit here today and say you're Real Madrid in crisis. And by end of May, they're the Champions League winners and then they're the La Liga winners. You get what I'm saying? So never count them out. I think they will get it right, but I think that they just need a different coach to come in and change it up a little bit. I think Ancelotti is I won't say it's still because as I said, he's been in the game. He knows to get it done, but I think that they will get it together, and I think Kylian Mbappe is just the what he was used to playing in French league compared
Yeah.
to La Liga. La Liga is very technical. You get what
Different.
I'm saying?
Liga is
Different
different.
ball game.
Liga is
Different. You get
different.
me? Like I could
Every day
not be,
we talk about Real Madrid and Barca. Every day.
I could not believe that in that Barcelona game, he could not able to watch that line. You get what I'm saying? I think I feel like if that was in the French league, he would have got through all those time. But Barcelona, these players are very
Even
smart.
in the El Clasico, he's a quicker player than Kubarsi and
Yeah,
Martinez. He's a
yeah,
quicker. All you have to do is just stay behind. Just stay,
yeah,
just pick one of those center half, Kubarsi or Martinez, and say, look, I will always behind this center half, and it doesn't matter
yeah,
what happened, they will never catch me. You understand?
yeah,
You know.
yeah. I'm just gonna say one more thing too. I see someone said about Cruz. I think that I missed that out too. Cruz was a massive loss for Real Madrid. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think Cruz was a massive loss. I forgot about that point. Cruz was a massive loss. I think they haven't went out and get a replacement like a
I mean,
deep line
I can't-
playmaker. You get what I'm saying? Can control the game. You get what I'm saying? So I think they need to go out and get back that midfield. They need because they did have Xavi Alonso and
Hey,
then they did have
is
Cruz. So they
is
just need to go and change that.
it Enzo Fernandez is the answer?
It's and you know what's crazy? Couple weeks ago, I see some Chelsea fans that say, "Oh, they would have
Is
do."
it Enzo
I
Fernandez is the answer,
I I,
man?
I can see Enzo long term. I could see Enzo
You
long
know,
term Chelsea come and knock on the door for Enzo, but I'm begging they don't accept it. But long term, I can see them come for Enzo though.
look at it, Daniel. We know Real Madrid, is not crisis, but the players, not comfortable with each other playing together as it. They might be good friends off the pitch, but on the pitch, they playing with a lot of disjointed like a broken wings. But I mean, if you look at it, you remember when Vinicius went through a period in his Real Madrid career where a lot of stick and a lot of people was like, he's underperforming, a lot of racism and stuff like that. He went through that period where, last season he had his best season, you understand, where he got not double digit, but goal and assist over 30, you understand, for Real Madrid throughout the season. And he was one of the big names to win the Ballon d'Or. So he went through his bad patch. Kylian Mbappe have never, ever went through a patch like this before for Paris Saint-Germain or Monaco, where people is talking about him 24/7. I just don't know how long this process will take, how long Kylian Mbappe will get over this, because this is his first major step in his career to say, oh, shit, it's real. I have listened to many Real Madrid ex-players, many Barcelona ex-players, and they said, look, the media, Thierry Henry have said it. He thought the English media was dangerous, but in Spain, it is a everyday process, 24/7. They talk about Real Madrid and Barca. But I mean, so let's see if Kylian Mbappe can get over his first major hump as an Los Blancos player. But we must talk about what Xavier Hernandez did to set up this team for Hansi Flick. This team had so many youth academies players coming through from the La Masia, or they bought these players, from different academies in Spain at a young age and develop them in, over time in the La Masia. But if you look at it, this is the first time in our Classico we have seen so many graduate since that team, Johan Cruyff brought through in the 90s. It's the first, so Hansi Flick, Daniel, is it that, they are favorite? They're 6 points ahead, ahead of Real Madrid. Real Madrid with that game in and up with the game that they're supposed to play last weekend against Valencia. But Barcelona just look unstoppable, Rafinha is, I don't know where is his performance. His performance is coming from Rafinha, but he stepped up another notch. His Hansi Flick is getting the best out of each individual. We saw Lewandowski last season at a period where he was struggling for goals. A lot of people said, look, before the Euros, they said, look, he's struggling, he's done, he's finished. Lewandowski is banging in goals at this moment. You understand? Where you see, Hansi Flick and this Barca team going forward with these youngsters.
Very, very impressive. Kind of surprised, and that he able to turn it around for them very fast. But because he did a very good job at Bayern Munich, not so good at the German national team. But so far good. So, but as far as Rafinha, the players, I think Rafinha did always have quality. When he was at Leeds United,
He's working on his end product.
Yeah, and the finishing, and I think that rumor that they was gonna go for Nico Williams from I think that kind of sparked him, because I think that if they did went to if that deal, that wouldn't. So as a human being, we have feelings, so basically motivate him to want to do better and say, you know what, I'm gonna show you that I am quality. You get what I'm saying? So I think that kind of push him to. But as far as Barcelona, I just have a feeling they're gonna fall off. I just think that it's just one of those things where the youth, the inexperience. I mean, I know they have Lewandowski, I know they have Rafinha. These are experienced international players, but I just feel like those bad moments of the season will come in. You get what I'm saying?
Just like they stood against Real Sociedad.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, so it's just how they react. Just like I mean, they're not gonna able to react until 2 weeks from now. But it's after they have a loss, is how they react. I want to see how they react. But I still think
it's the international week, so they're going to have to react in the next 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. So as far as them, I think for me, they can make a good run in the Champions League. I don't think too many this season in the Champions League. I don't think too many quality team is in the Champions League, and otherwise than Liverpool I think nobody's unstoppable. I think they can do make a run in the Champions League. I think the Champions League is up for grabs, but I think the La Liga, I can just see them struggle in the latter stage in the season
Yeah.
in the La Liga.
Nice talk. Talking about Italian Serie A, the Spanish La Liga, the German Bundesliga, and the Magna League. I mean, but let's talk. Let's move on. To our local thing. The Reggae Boys. Look, Daniel, big game is on the horizon. Two-legged game. We here again, just like how we were here for the Canada game. You understand? We here again for the quarterfinals. Up on us. 23 man squad have named. Just over 24 hours ago. You know, Knowing you saw the squad. We were talking. Behind the scene or about the squad and stuff like that, and I was talking about look. How confident. With the squad that name is this the strongest squad possible that we could have named. Steve McLaren, it's like every squad announcement, the squad have been getting better and better. It's getting more and more key pieces in it. Just like what we saw with the Icelandic, Al Grimson, the fraud, the Judas, what you think of the man is a fraud.
Why you beat the man so far?
The man is a fraud, the man is a Judas, brother.
Why?
Yeah?
Why Albus is a fraud?
You need to respect your contract. You need to ask the JFF if you can go out and negotiate with other nationalities or other FAs to move on. You understand? He's a fraud. I bet they're going to left resign before the Copa America. Resign.
Yeah,
Move
but
out.
you don't think he would have started a big mess in the camp, knowing that right in front of a big tournament, he just signed off. You don't think it would have been worse?
Oh, I'm a fraud because I'm ask the money after Copa, so he want Copa money. He is a fraud, brother. The man is a scam. He's a China man. But yeah, Daniel, look, want to talk about this squad, have a discussion with this squad. Look, one big name is in the squad, just like last squad announcement, Mason Holgate last time came in the Honduras and the Guatemala game. Now it is Isaac Aiden, yeah. I mean, how you look into the squad, what's your assessment around the squad? You think the squad can move on to fight the Yanks?
I'm just worried about the midfield. I think the defense is good. Glad to have about them are Amari Bell back in the fold. Pinnock have been brilliant for Brighton, for Brentford this season. Blake is we know what we're gonna get from Blake. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's just that the midfield. Aiden, I don't really know. I haven't seen this guy. What's the crazy thing? The last time I watched, when the last time I see this guy play football? The last time I see he play football, he scored against Chelsea. And that was when who was coaching that time? I think it was Lampard. I think it was either Lampard or Tuchel. But that was the last time I saw him play a game, and he was playing in for Newcastle, and he scored in that game. So I don't know what to expect from this guy. I don't know if what I think he's our DM. He's a DM. I mean, the only positive I can say that we are screaming out for a natural defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
I can say that. I would love for him to come in and do a great job, because I feel like over all the years, over the past few years since we started doing content, I think we've been lacking someone who is natural in that position. So that's the only thing I can be happy about. But what I don't know what to expect from him, because he haven't been playing.
I
You
mean,
get me?
meanwhile, I'm talking, pull up the squad on your phone and, I'm going to ask you something. I don't know if you have it, you pull up the squad already on your phone, but you can pull up the squad on your phone. But I mean, look, what I really think, about this squad, I would say it is a well balanced squad because, you have so many different players, from defense, midfield, and in the attacking third, players that can play in multiple positions. But I must say, I'm not going to be worried about what we can produce from the back. You understand? We have been we have been we have been so dominant in the backline, over the last couple of years under different coaches. So that show that look, it don't really matter which coach walk through the door, the defense will always be the same. You understand? Defense will always be the same, but it's just that a little tweak needed, in terms of when we're going to play teams, rank all the way up in the FIFA ranking, like we're going to play the Yanks, and when we come up against the Mexican team, players that intertwining, switching in the attacking third, moving out and pulling players and the third man running. So things like that we just need to work on. But I just found that dealing with big strong opponent, number 9 physical player, the ball is coming into the box. We even watching Deshaun Bernard, early this morning, watching him against Sheffield Wednesday, and he was very dominant in the air. Watching Damian Lowe the other day, these players very dominant in the air. Ethan Pinnock, watching Brentford time after time, double partnering with Collins. These two players for Brentford have been dominant in here. So it's not something that we lack trust in here, but it's just how we deal with players are getting pulled out of position. You pull up the squad?
Yeah.
So Daniel, where we got this thing from, where for the last, I think it's been happening for a while. Where we are pick so much defenders, I got Daniel?
I don't know. I don't know why we. What's the point? Yeah, what's the point of bringing all these defenders? The only thing can make sense is like you could, even though this coach haven't really played Damon Low in the midfield, but you could say Damon is an extra body for midfield. But
Why we can't name Joe Latibody as a defender?
huh?
He's a midfielder. Why we can't name him as a defender? Just like Jude played as attacking player for Real Madrid, and but they name him in the midfield. But I mean, Joe Latibody is a defender. The US they pick, including wing backs and center half, they have 7 defenders. 7. They had 7.
mean,
So we have King, Pinnock, Bernard, Mason Holgate, 5 center half.
yeah,
Bernard can play right back. Mason Holgate can play right back. King can play right back. We have 3 players as center half can play right back. Lembekisa, Tavan Gray. That's 2 wing backs already. You understand? Sometimes we can be a little bit more flexible and bringing a little extra pieces, someone that can plug the gap, give us that extra reinforcement
but
in the.
who you have in mind that could have came in for an extra defender? That's the thing.
The team, to be honest, the team are gonna miss Bobby Reed. One, the team are gonna miss Bobby Reed. Personal reason is out. 2, Norman Campbell. I love him. Why? You see when you're going to play these teams, especially US and Mexico, you need runners. You understand?
Yeah.
You need players that go into turn on the afterburner. You need players that have the V12 engine, just like Bobby Reed. Now, these players will give you the extra and will help out the wingbacks. And I was probably expecting to see Norman Campbell, but probably just bringing someone else either can throw inside the midfield or get another attacking player. We are already solid. And then when you look at it, so many of these defenders, not many of them, or many of them going to play in the 2-legged game, because this game is crucial. You understand? These 2 games is crucial, and when you look at it, maybe, McLaren is 2 preferred center half, as we saw in previous games, Nanalo and Pinnock. It doesn't matter which coach walks through the door, Nanalo will always be there. He just find a way. So when a new coach comes in, he step up in the game a little bit. But so I think them can be a little bit more flexible. And I don't think having Dish, King, and Mason Holgate would necessarily have 2 out and out right back, to be honest.
Yeah.
To be honest, but it would have been harsh to say, hey, leave out Dexter Lemekisa, because he have been our best player in the knockout round of the Nations League.
Well, see, the problem is, as much as me I complain about too many defenders and stuff, I just can't, off my top of my head, can't think about any central natural attacking midfield. Like that's a problem, you know. As much as we can complain and say, yo, we don't like the squad.
Jonathan Russell should have been named in the squad.
Who?
Jonathan Russell should have been named in the squad. He have been playing excellent, for Barnsley in the last since the coach have said he need minutes. He have been playing, minutes. But I mean, you can carry on.
Yeah, and but that's the thing with this coach. This coach, I think he have I don't want to say this, but because it's still early and he just came in, but so far, it seems like he have his favorites. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Because he would have said this guy needs some minutes, and this is the reason why he not get picked. And then this time when not playing no football at all. You
and
get me?
last time in pick Mason Woodgate without appearance in the championship for West Brom.
So that's the thing. I don't like that. So you can't say, oh, this a man need to play some football and then a man nah play no ball, but yeah, pick him. You get me? It doesn't make any sense to me, but let's see. Hopeful this squad can get our results and just the midfield. I don't know what to expect from the midfield
Yeah,
this year.
the midfield kind of strange because even I was watching Coventry over the
The
weekend.
all but I say this though, the only the only hope I have, we are go up against Pochettino. Cause him have no clue. You get what I'm saying? I would, it's crazy. I wouldn't surprise we get a result.
No, we're gonna get there about the US team. We're going to talk about that as well. But the midfield though, it's mind boggling because when I look at it, you have Tyreek Maggie. I think Tyreek Maggie is currently playing a game at this moment. Let's see if how is that game is going. I think Tyreek Maggie team, is 1-1. Let's see if Tyreek Maggie is on the pitch. Tyreek Maggie got subbed out in the 83rd. So the game seems like it's going into added time. But I mean, look, I hope Tyreek can get game. But when I look at it, the best option in this midfield, Daniel, what I can probably pick the brain of going after players, not by stats, just going after what we saw on paper. The Joel Latibody and the Isaac Aiden probably would have been a very good partnership since Joel Latibody have been playing it. But I don't think the Netflix story, the Netflix series, Netflix season will end with Joel Latibody continue to play midfield even
Yeah,
when Aiden is there. I think McLaren pretty much clearly showing us that, look, this man will be in the midfield. It doesn't matter what. He picked him as a midfield player. You understand?
yeah,
So we already have two players. Who will be that number 10? Is it Casey Palmer should be that number 10 or Tyreek Maggie should be that number 10? Because look, he have always said, he liked Tyreek Maggie, he loves players like that, him and Ravel. And those players can control the game. You give those players a hinge, they take a yard. And looking at it, you have Joe Latibody, you have Isaac Hayden. We don't know how fit is he.
yeah,
The last time that man I saw play football, and I didn't watch a game, but the game against Halifax, we played for Newcastle academy team. The last competitive game he played, it's all the way back in May when he was at QPR, where he played 17 games and started 12 out of that. And previous before that, it was a misery season at Standard Liège, but where's his fitness? So I'm just saying, I think having Joel and Isaac as a double pivot just probably test the water a little bit with Tyreek Maggie because
question. Question. I also have this question. Don't you think it's a risk after having played football for such a long time?
yes,
Try to
yes,
go, try
yes.
to bring him in such a competitive game against USA.
And
You
our
don't
sir,
think it, yeah, you don't think it's a risk?
no, it is a risk. Is it a risk we willing to take? Yes, I'm willing to take that risk. Why? We have been asking for someone. Give him. He's a pro. He's a top pro.
Yeah,
He will use his experience to maneuver himself. And if he can give us a good quality 60 minutes in the game, I will take that. You understand? If him have 60 to 70% in his legs to play at a very good tempo,
yeah,
let him start. Don't bring him on. Let him start. Let him feel out the game in the first 10 to 15 minutes. Training on the pitch, get used to it. You understand? So I will take that risk. Give him the start with Joe Lattimore as a double pivot. reason why I said I would probably bench Casey Palmer. I've been tracking Casey Palmer at All City and at Team Walter, and it's been a misery. He started a couple of days ago, midweek against Oxford. Before that, it was 6 games, including with the Reggae Boyz, where he haven't played 84 minutes. So he's not playing consistently. He's kind of out of touch. He having some issue already with the new coach. So I don't know where is his mind at the moment. You understand? Where is his mind at the moment? I'm going to drop a video that has tomorrow with Casey. So I don't know where his mind at the moment. So I would probably risk a Tariq Magee because you already have 2 strong double pivot that can shield the back four, can work for him. But we will definitely miss Bobby Reid. Bobby Reid is a player, is the glue to the attacking third. He's the one that was willing to press the opponent. And he's the one that willing to sacrifice his game so players can have their freedom. You understand? You think about Bobby Reid, missing in action for these 2 games against the Yanks.
And that's the thing. I haven't really seen too much of Bobby Reid this season.
No, he's not even really playing, but Bobby Reid is always this professional where he's very fit.
Yeah.
And he's what we want. Because look, Daniel, sorry to cut you, but you can't have a team with a lot of superstars. You're going to need that player like Bobby Reid that willing to sacrifice his game to cover the extra yards for a player like Ian Bailey. You understand? For a player like Monaco, he willing to do that. So if he was here, it would have been such a very good, powerful midfield that when you think about it, 3 players that play at the highest level in England, that they know what it is and they can maneuver themselves and use their experience to get over a Pochettino team.
Yeah.
So you continue.
Yeah, I was just saying that I was wondering what's going on with Bobby Reid because I was watching the United the game and Bobby Reid come to mind. I'm like, what the Bobby Reid? But anyways, you say he's out because of personal. I think we're gonna miss Bobby Reid. I think Bobby Reid Bobby Reid is always a solid 7 out of 10 performance every time he put on the Reggae Boyz jersey, and he's one of those players where he's gonna put it out there, he's gonna put everything out there, and I think he's gonna be a big miss. And I think he's one of the leader of the team as well, so I think he's gonna be a massive big miss. But I guess we get back Liam Bailey, so he's gonna be the one to step it up. But he's not been good this season either in the Premier League. So, and to come back in at such a big match again, and pressure is gonna be there. So
since you under Liam Bailey, we don't really want to touch on what he's doing with Aston Villa. I want to stay with the Reggae Boyz because we touch on that later with Aston Villa. But his last game came around this period, Daniel, where he played 2 games against Canada. He accordingly, he was having a toe injury in those 2 games. He missed some of the most clear opportunity a player can ever get in a game in the first leg in the National Stadium. He didn't get anything in those games. You understand? But with him returning back, his farm before he started playing for the Reggae Boyz, it was a stinker. You understand? Can not playing for the Reggae Boyz for the last 12 months motivate him to go again? Is it that when he walk through the airport, wherever Kingston or Mobile, he smell that freshness of the air again, knowing that it's work time, it's the US men's national team, it's Pochettino time. You understand? Liam Bailey versus Anthony Robinson. This is the big matchup we are going to expect. Liam Bailey versus Christian Pulisic, the 2 juggernaut in CONCACAF. You understand? So, can the flag motivate him? Can the people, can his own people, by seeing them again in the national stadium, motivate his mind, his mentality to look, it's a big game. We need in this game. Them are great. Name in the squad, but he's having a stink of a farm. He was injured. Demargue haven't played a 90-minute game since the last time he played for the Reggae Boyz, for his club team. So it's you can't depend on Demargue. You don't know what you're going to get. So he already that struggle with farm. No,
Yeah.
it's issue. So Leon Bailey, I mean, what you expect, man? Can this whole environment again playing in the national stadium help to motivate him?
Um, I don't, I don't know because he really haven't given me any evidence this, especially this season, that he might do
Yeah.
something different. Because, and then on top of that too, he have been struggling for Jamaica. He have not really performed for Jamaica. So I can't say him I got, yes, him going to do. I don't know. My thing is that I would love for him to prove all these Jamaican fans. Because when I was going through the Jamaican JFF comment on Instagram, and I see all the fans say, "Yo, we don't want Bailey. He need to stay away from there." You get what I'm saying? Like, people are saying now that because he's not into farm, he's coming back. You get what I'm saying? Like, people are saying that because he's not performing. So he really need Jamaica as this moment, because he have not started the season good. You get what I'm saying? And his Aston Villa team have been struggling over the past few games. You get what I'm saying? So as far as Bailey, I don't know. Nah, yeah. If I'm mute,
So yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people say they're limiting their expectation on Leon Bailey.
yeah, yeah, I don't have no expectation from Bailey. Like, whatever, if anything him do, it's gonna be a bonus, because we never normal see that. On top of that, he having a poor season so far. He having a very poor season. You get what I'm
Uh,
saying? So if him even do anything,
yeah,
score, make a assist, that's a bonus.
yeah.
That is a bonus.
Looking at it, his stats last season, last campaign in the Nations League where he played 6 games, started 5 out of the 6. He only had 1 goal, and 0 assists. You have created 9 chances, 3 shots on target. You know, that's it right there for him last campaign in the Nations League. You understand? And when you look at that, man, started 5 games, Daniel. Started 5 games out of 6 he played. We had Honduras, we have Grenada. I think he scored in the game against Grenada. We have
Mm,
80. I think those are the games. Grenada, 80, Cuba. No, not Cuba. Grenada, Honduras, and 80. I don't remember which other game if you play any other game in the Nations League. Coming up against those teams, you need to be putting the ball in the back of the net. And what I have said, man, I'm expecting, a high expectation for Leon, because look, Leon is the elite player in our squad. He is the player that, whenever you put on the black, green, and gold, players going to look forward to him to be the leader in terms of leading the team
yeah,
in the final turn. Try to drag it doesn't matter what farm he's in. That expectation will always be on his shoulder. Even when people say, look, I'm not expecting the best, I'm not expecting the worst, I just hope for a best for Leon Bailey. Back of their mind, they want Leon Bailey to perform. You understand? And this is the best time where he can come back in the team and he can finally win over the fans by putting in this big performance against the Youngs. You understand? Looking at it again, another player that performed really well for us last Nations League, Andre Blake, who played majority of the games, he had 22 saves. 6 of those saves out of the 22 came in just 1 game away to Canada at BMO Field. You understand? He only had
yeah,
1 sheet. So again, Demar Gray didn't really do anything in the past Nations. You got a red card in the second leg, put us in a deep hole just to get something out of that game. So we're going to this game and into the Nations League now, Daniel. No goal at home. Let
yeah,
me no goal at home. We had 21 shots against Cuba, 7 on target. We created 3 big chances against Cuba. Against Honduras, we created 3 opportunities. Demar Gray and Casey Palmer created those zero shot on target. Like these performances cannot work coming Thursday. These performances cannot work, bro. 21 shots against Cuba, 7 on target, 3 big chances,
Yeah.
0 goal. Honduras, we just created 3 little slim chances. And one of those big chances when Kaim Dixie came on. No shot. How can you play that game, a decisive game at home against Honduras and not one shot on target? So if we have that performance, Daniel, we can say hasta la vista to the quarterfinals already.
I think over this part over I'm hoping that going into this window, and I know it's very difficult for these coaches to work on pattern of play,
Yeah.
or to create chances, and very difficult. You get what I'm saying? Because it's international. You don't get to work with these players on a day-to-day basis. So you get me? So they come in, they train, and you get to the game. So it's very difficult. I think we lack creativity. I think we lack that.
Mhm.
When I say creativity, I'm talking a decisive pass. You
That's
know, one on one with the keeper. You get what I'm saying? Like I think we lack a lot of. I think
open battery.
yeah, I think most of those shots, those 21 shots, is from outside the box. You get what I'm saying? Maybe from a corner, a
Yeah.
free kick. You get me? See, so I think we lack that creativity. I would like to see Tyreek McGee be a little bit more creative. Play around the lines. Be a number 10. You get what I'm saying? So I
But
think we lack.
but is very tactical that way where he can find space. But can the coach set up plans? Can the coach set up ways on how the team can direct Tyreek McGee so he can get those opportunities, those open channels? Can we pull the US men's national team midfield away from him so he can drift behind? And where he drift behind, the midfielders that's left him behind and the
Mm,
defense is contemplating like defenders looking, should we go at him and move away from our spot, and that will pull away people from the. So if we're not setting up the midfield where we pulling away people from their position, remember this is what they have done to us over the years. The
yeah,
Mexico, the US, they pulled us away from our comfort zone and bring us in deep water where we cannot swim. And then from
yeah,
there, they will hurt us. So now is the thing that we
yeah,
are a player like that, a very creative player. Can we pull players from him and open up the channels? And whenever he get the ball in those little, it's a little
yeah,
pocket where he can turn and looking at the back four, looking at the back three, who
yeah.
will be making those runs? Because at the times when our players get the ball in the attacking third and trying to create, there's no runners. Everyone is just stagnant, looking. What you gonna do? We need runners, and
My
Kyrie is showing that he can find the passes.
My thing is that I feel like because the way our Pochettino want to play,
Yeah,
they play a very open football. So I think we're gonna get chance against the USA, and I expect them to have the ball a little bit more, or us to hit them on the break. So I feel like we're gonna get a chance a little bit more. The thing is that are we gonna take it? That's the problem
yeah,
because we are very dreadful and even though we're not creating and a lot of chances, but when we do get chances, we're not taking it.
yeah,
You get me? Our
yeah,
finishing have been very poor, especially at home. Our finishing at home has been very dreadful. You get what
yeah,
I'm saying? And if we create chances, we're gonna have to take our chances. You get what I'm saying? Because if we concede, I don't know how we're gonna get back in the game because we don't score that much goals.
yeah. We don't score.
We don't score a lot of goals in games. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So we're really, really gonna have to take any chances we'll get, we're gonna have to be very clinical. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, look, we sat here when he announced the squad and he said that Shaman Nicholson, stay back at Spartak Moscow, for multiple reasons. He's not on farm, he's out of touch, he want to be fit, want to be fighting for his place, and he have hired personal coach, to work on his fitness and his game. Now Shaman Nicholson is back in full. In between that, he scored like 3 or 4 goals for his club team. And Mikel Antonio will be missing the first leg, so we will be having Romario Williams and Shaman Nicholson as the two post up number 9. And who Steve McCarron will go with, with Big Bows. So looking at it, Big Bows is the one that was 5 goals last season or 6 goals in the last Nations League. He's the one that scored 3 goals in last year quarterfinals against Canada. To bring us to the next round. 1 in Kingston and 2 in Toronto. Can Big Bows finally do it again? You understand? That is the big question. Can Big Bowser do it again? And let us have a much easier ride going into the game in St. Louis. You understand? So, looking at it, but Daniel, let's jump on and see what is Pochettino is going on with his 25-man squad. So you have named his 25-man squad, but these are the names that missing and players that will miss the first leg and players that is uncertain to start in the first leg. You understand? Tim Weah, he will miss the first leg because of red card that he got in the Copa America. You understand? Josh Sargent injured again for Norwich. Wonderful start of the season in the championship. Adji Wright rolled his ankle in the game on the weekend. I think they played yesterday. Rolled his ankle. You understand? He rolled his ankle. He just saw him score and he rolled him ankle at the 90th minute just before the game done. So Adji Wright will not be in the squad. Sergio Des still recovering from an ACL. Giorena is injured. He's having a woeful time in his career at this moment. Carter Vickers not in the squad.
I'm not cutting you. Where is Giorena? Where is he playing right now?
Dortmund, back at Dortmund.
Oh, so he's just injured, not playing. Okay.
Yeah, so Carter Vickers, center half for Celtic, he's out. Luca De La Torre is injured, for Celtic Vickers, the ankle injury. Chris Richards, hamstring injury if he's in the squad, but recently featured on the bench against Fulham with Crystal Palace. So he's one to watch if he's how fit he's going to be, because he's probably their first name on the list as a center half. And Tyler Adams is not in the squad. Why Tyler Adams is not in the squad? Because of they're managing his workload. Because he have been through back injury, knee injury, so they're managing his workload. Then looking at that, Daniel, and no Tim Weah. That's one.
Yeah.
No Tyler Adams. Tim Weah will miss the first leg. No Tyler Adams. Chris Richards, the center half for Crystal Palace, is not fully fit. So you're looking at a player, only player that probably going to be in the attacking third is a player like McKennie and a Christian Pulisic. They have Brandon Vasquez from Monterrey. They have Pepe, who scored on us in Aston in a World Cup qualifier when he got 2-0. Those two guys are the answer for the number 9. No Balogun.
This is a weak USA squad, and I think that we couldn't face them a better time. I think this is one of their weak squad. They're missing a lot of key players. Giorena, he has always been very good for them, but they still have the Captain America. Pulisic have been very good for AC Milan. Yeah?
He has never scored in Jamaica.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. No, but he have been very good for AC. I've been watching him very close to this season. He's been playing very good. And Pepe have started to grow. Started to grow into
Pepe, he has been growing, playing in the Champions League now this week.
Yeah. He's been mature a little bit more. So he has been on fire. Lately. But I think this is overall, I think these are very weak squad, but they still have quality. Once you have Pulisic, he always turn up when he playing for USA. So, we just gotta make sure that if we can lock down Pulisic, I think we have a chance. Because I just realized that their squad they're missing a lot of players. I'm just realizing that.
Yeah. When I look at it, the main threat will go down that left-hand side with Pulisic and Anthony Robinson, the left back. And my big issue is, who will Steve McCarron play at right back? I really don't want to see a Dexter Lemekisa. Why? He has been going through it since, through the summer. Think he was going to be, in the first team at Wolves. Think he was going to get a better opportunity, play at the highest club in Europe. He's still not consistently knocking down his own position for his new
Yeah,
club in Switzerland. So he's been out of it. Look, Tavan Gray, New York FC is our team. Tavan Gray have been playing really well. 7 assists this season, leading assists for NYFC. They are true. He has been one of the better right back throughout the MLS from March until now. He's very fit. He's very good. But when you look at history in terms of his past games for the Reggae Boyz, he's yet to prove the fans in that. Just like how he can prove the Bronx natives that he is the man for NYFC. He's yet
yeah.
to prove us that he is the man in that right back position. And I think I'm willing to gamble. I'm willing to gamble to give him that opportunity to play in the first leg. Why? Because he's in a much more better condition. Because you know Robinson for Fulham, this guy is on top of the list when it comes out to statistics for left back in the Premier League. He's above everybody.
And fit,
I
very
still
fit.
can't understand why he's at Fulham. And then you have Christian Pulisic, who's going to play in that attacking third, right ahead of him. So you're going to need players that going to control that traffic coming down the left-hand side. You understand? So
Yeah.
then Christian Pulisic would be coming in on his right foot a lot, and you will be getting the overlap time after time after time for Robinson. So I would probably see Tavan Gray a better fit for the Reggae Boyz team in that right back position over a Dexter Lemekisa. If you asked me a year ago, probably Dexter was the better player to start in that formation, in that setup. Why? In his first season, last season, when he started out, he started out in the championship for Rotterdam. He went on to Arts, and then his game has evolved, and that's how we see a better Dexter in the knockout round of the Nations League. So bench Dexter, Tavan Gray, but it's all we can stop Christian Pulisic from not creating an impact, and not many teams in this region can do that as well. The last time Trinidad and US played in the Caribbean, they lost 2-1. Can we do the same thing, Daniel? Conquer the Yanks in a 2-1 victory or something? 1-0, 2-love, 3-love, but we need a positive result to go to Missouri with.
I think we can get a positive though. I think at least a draw. I still think USA have the quality and the experience, but we have struggled at home over the past couple of games. So I don't know what to expect, man. But we just gotta be defensive very good and stuff like that. But I just don't see where we can. I don't see where the creative ability is gonna come back from. Oppo barely can miracle turn up and play some good football. But as far as results, I'm kind of iffy about it because the only chance I'm giving us is because we're at home. You get me at this moment. So
Just
but
continental. More upload some.
yeah, but yeah, we just need to figure out how we're gonna create some chances and stuff but Chris Smith, I realize I like to display as more Maggie is a lower level player. Come on, man. He's a good player. Over the years he has improved and he's been doing his thing. I think Maggie can be a very creative player. We just have to set up the team better enough for him to able to perform. You get what I'm saying? I think once we can have a very, I'm reading some of the comments. I think once we can have a very very good midfield, I think we can do a good job. But I'm just worried about that new defensive midfielder, Isaac Hayden. I don't know what he's been doing recently. He haven't been playing no football for a very long time, and then gonna come in such a very competitive game. Like we don't know what's gonna. That's the main issue for me. The midfield, like in that DM position. If you get what I'm saying, but that's I read some of the comments and Chris Smith come back with a madness again.
And
A
Christmas is
beat.
What's up?
Eh,
What's up?
yeah, every time you come back, I beat Maggie. Me don't know why I beat Maggie.
We're gonna wait him then. More ask the people them. In this is people. This is my humble opinion, and this is what I came up with. Can we beat this team? I'm just saying this team that on the screen. This is I think probably the strongest team. Even though I said Chris Richards, for Crystal Palace, just coming back from a knee injury. Daniel, you're looking at the screen and Sergio Des is not there. Joe Scally, we saw what, Ronaldo Cephas done to him in the last game in the semi-final. Musa, not really putting down a foot in Fonseca team at AC Milan. Johnny Cardozo have been playing excellent for is it Real Betis in the Spanish La Liga. McKennie, very good player at this level. He know how to do it in CONCACAF. You cannot judge McKennie of what he's doing at Juventus because every time when he turn up for the US men's national team, it's always goal for him. And Pulisic, we have talked about him, but Pepe, the last time this guy started a game against us in a competitive, I think it was the game at Q2 Stadium against us in our World Cup qualifier where he scored 2 goals in that game. You understand? The last couple of strikers that scored on us in the national stadium is Clint Dempsey and Jose Altidore. The man that scored on us the last time we played him was Tim Weah, a man with Jamaican heritage who will be missing the first leg. But Tillman, this player has been making waves. They have been talking about Tillman as if he is the next big thing. But this is Daniel. This is probably my strongest US team that I probably could name. I said Tim Ream. But Daniel, look at it. With Richards coming off an hamstring injury, I don't know how fit is he. Tim Ream,
Yeah.
who is full and playing the MLS for Charlotte now. 37-year-old, right? 37-year-old. We must can create something to get.
I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I think we can get at least a draw one, but I don't see we getting a result away. That's my honest opinion. I think we can get a draw. I think we can get a draw at home, but when we go away, I can see us struggling. That's my honest opinion. You get what I'm saying? Because as much as we can say, yo, defensively they look a little sus, but I think um physically they're just much more athletic. You get what I'm saying? I think they're much. I the thing is that when we go away to play the US, we for some reason I don't know. We choke. You get what I'm saying? So I think we can get a result at the office, but I just think that we're gonna struggle when we go away. That's my honest opinion. So I don't
Yeah,
know, man. I know. I think I think I think the best we can afford is get a result at the office. And then once we can bring back the match close to the US and we have our results, then we'll see.
yeah.
We'll see.
All
You
right.
get
So
me?
just before we move on, we just want to leave up a comment here. Big up, Francis, big up yourself. Always supporting. Get what I say. The guy said the intro too long. I don't think so. I don't think so, boss. I love it.
Oh, oh.
Said the intro is too long, bro. With that, Nicardo
What
wants to.
about John Russell? John Russell.
That's what I'm
John,
saying. Daniel is not in the team, boss. That's the thing that we've been talking about. Jonathan Russell, man. But I don't know if the coach rate him or why, but the coach say need man when I play minutes, and John Russell take him omission, take it. I call it disrespect, but left out of the squad and go back and work and get a start, and from there the man will come out and balance the team until now.
mm,
So hopefully March he will be joining us. But just want to run through some of them comments that you let the people in.
yeah.
All right, big up yourself. You understand? Match happy.
Otherwise, than Maggie as a number 10, who you guys think can come in and be that more creative midfielder? You know, because I feel like people not giving McGee a chance.
Daniel, what you would say about this? Anthony Grant came in the World Cup qualifiers, and as a man, what did I play for Crawley Town in the League Two? You get what I say? And Isaac Hayden, who just a few years ago did I play under Steve Bruce, just when he did I play for QPR in the championship. For a man that would have pedigree level, he must can come in and do a job.
Yeah, I mean these players are professional. They're able to treat their body. I'm assuming that he's stay in shape and thing, but it's different. We play football. You might think you're fit. As soon as I go out there, a different thing. When I go up on the field and I play a different ball game. You get what I'm saying? So, let's hope. That USA midfield is very versatile and very athletic. That's what I said. Very athletic. These and Pochettino want to play very fast. Right? This guy wanna. Last season with Chelsea game was very ups and down, up and down, up and down. The only, as I said before, the only hope we have, we gonna get chances because they play with. You're gonna get chance, but they're gonna create a lot of chances. So that's my only thing.
But he said, Pepe scored as well. But as much as Pepe is playing in the Eredivisie League, he's still not knocking down as to be the main number 9 at PSV this season. He's been in and out of the team. And I think that with the US not having a Boligun, not having a Josh Surgeon, not having a Adjurite, someone who came on and played the cameo in added time, in extra time for the US men's national team in the semi-final, it's a big miss. And I'm looking at it. Brandon Vasquez, playing in Liga MX for Monterrey, Pepe, those two players are the number 9. And I look at it, look, Pinnock, Damian Lowe most can be deal with that. Look, those two number 9 scored on us previously. Brandon Vasquez scored against us in the Gold Cup when we played them in the group stage in Chicago field at Soldier Park Field in Chicago. He scored on us. He's the only one that came off the bench and gave them that 1-1 draw against us. You understand? Pepe scored against us in our qualifier. So but this is in the office. This is a different thing in the office. You understand? Yeah. So that they have been beating us over the last 10 games. They won more than 50% of the games. But when you look at the last 10 games that they played at the National Stadium, more than 60% of those games are slim margin that they won. You understand? So it's right there. It's right there. Yeah. But I just don't think Ravel ready to be around the setup. I just think where he's at, the level where he's playing, I don't think he will be getting the intense training, playing at training at the highest level. Just like what Aiden probably be getting in the Newcastle Academy, coaching under some very good youth coach. So I think different scenarios are different too,
Do you think Flemings have a shot back to get back anywhere close to the national team?
We do a video already and the man them kick out my teeth in the video, brother. Yo, what? Me never know say I saw the 8 real about Jonah Flemings, bro.
What do you mean?
Like, the man them drop some comment on that one video we do with Jonah Flemings and look, alright, Daniel, look at it. Jonah Flemings played in the French league. No, get by Toulouse. They're in the league there, the second tier in French football. He went off, didn't work out well. He went off to Nirout, played some games, second division, they got relegated. After that, went in the first team, didn't work out. They sent him out on loan to Serbia. He scored 15 goals for his team in Serbia. 15 goals. 3 goals in the cup, 12 goals in the Serbian top flight league, playing against Partizan and all those teams. After that, he got the jump. He moved to UAE. I don't know why, but tell me if this is bad agents or what, but scoring 15 goals in the Serbian Super League, you don't think that can probably reward a player with a very good agent to get something like what Norman Campbell did? Because Norman Campbell was there. Now he went to Scandinavia in Danish league.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but you understand the man them want to pocket them retirement money, but I think Jonah Flemings have some quality, but when you look at it, is time playing for the Reggae Boyz and the top of Whitmore. Playing without a system, you're going to look like an average player. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You understand?
Yeah,
I
I think Juna Flemings.
he do
We
get
have
his opportunity still. He do got his opportunity.
yeah, yeah, but I think he's still. I mean, the players that we have around the team right now. I mean, I don't think anybody is better than him as far as what I see so far. But if he constantly playing at a good level and doing his thing, I think he can come back in the fall. You know, but as I said, he need a permanent move. You know, this going from
Yeah,
one club to another club.
after club, yeah.
You
Need
know,
to stay
so
like for like 2 to 3 years. You know, I have 4 years at one club. You understand? But look, Junior Flemings got his opportunity. He didn't really do anything major to say, yo, him stamp down in foot. But he's more of a club footballer. But you can see why. He's playing in clubs over the years where there's a system, there's a pathway for him. You understand? For him to success. Playing in the Reggae Boyz team, I don't know, man, but it is what it is. You know, if him ever get back name into the team, we wouldn't really have a
mm,
problem. But it's something that he would willing to beat down the door for him to come back. I don't think so. It's 50-50. But if you look at it, put any other player in his position and do those numbers,
mm,
he will definitely be in the Reggae Boy team.
yeah. Maybe you have maybe you have a discipline problem, you know, because there's when you see players leave club very quickly, it could be discipline, you know, the players' attitude. And these players, we Jamaican, we have to understand, say, yo, we have a reputation already. People already see we as bad people. You know what I'm saying? And plus, what the incident what happened in America, you get what I'm saying, never really help him. You get me? So, no, seriously, like people need to understand, say, yo, when
Well,
people we live in America, when people you say come from Jamaica, they might look on you, so they look on you 2 ways. Why Jamaica this, Jamaica that. And then the other part, they must say, yo, you guys serious, man. But you know what I'm saying? So you have to have a good attitude, you have to have very good discipline, and you get what I'm saying? So
the man that kill.
you get me.
The man that kill know them comment, brother. The man say, you guys don't know nothing about football. Boss, all we can say, YouTube is there. Go and do a YouTube page. Create some content. Go create some content if you know about football. I don't know much about football. I'm still a student, you understand?
I
And
mean,
I
we
will
don't give no opinion. You know, you don't have to like it. You get
opinion.
me?
If you have a YouTube page, Anthony, big dog, go out there and create a YouTube page. It's a freelance space and just create some content so I can listen to you. You understand? And probably with this, I can probably look. Go on the Instagram page, Nicardo Media House, and DM me a message. Me will invite you upon the channel so you can teach us about football. You understand? I'm willing to learn. So drop a message in my DM and tell me, say, oh, are you this? Anthony Big Dog 9 or 19, and then we can have a chat. You understand? And we will invite upon the thing. You get me? I said, so you can teach us the real thing and what is football. You understand? So we can have a proper
Mm-mm.
conversation. I'm willing to learn, so I'm willing to invite you on the program. So go on the Media House channel, Instagram page, and DM me. Understand? But Daily, wash up, bro. He is
I
nothing to.
want, may I say this? I want to realize is like there's a pattern of Jamaica fans, especially in the YouTube space. They just have this issue with Maggie and Dixon. Why so many people have so many issues with these youngsters being around the national setup? Why?
I don't.
I don't get that.
I know. Say Jamaica.
Why only just have this
This
mentality where only
stretch,
the one seeing them nowhere against the team?
stretch go
I
right
like
across,
that.
stretch go right across the Caribbean. Caribbean countries are alone, not like youngsters.
I don't get that. Like
Carry
if you're good enough, if you're good enough, you're good enough. If you play, I'm not saying Dixon and Maggie is the best. I'm not saying, but just having them and seeing them play, able to get opportunity to play. When we was youth and growing up, never that would have happened. That would have never happened.
no,
But did we make it to the World Cup? Did we win anything? No,
no,
we didn't go anywhere. We didn't make it to the World Cup. You get me? This is the best opportunity for us to make it to a World Cup. And this is the best time we able to compete with the US, the Mexico. You get what I'm saying? Like, but then we never really win. We'll make it to the World Cup final and we lost. But otherwise than that, we never really win anything.
yeah,
So people need to lower on the expectation with this Jamaica team. Jamaica team is not Brazil or Germany and them team there. You get what I'm saying? Like we're still on a building process. You get what I'm saying? We need to start getting to the World Cup every year. Then we can talk like we have some big country and say, yo, that player not good enough for the United team. That player not good enough for the United team. Like, come on. We are not on certain levels yet. So I want to see a certain player in the national setup and I try to do their best. We
yeah.
have to support the players them and start beat the players them and say, yo, that man then ready and that man then ready. And
Yeah.
even stop do that, man. Jeez,
Uh, Daniel, if you follow him sometime, he got crazy. You understand? But I mean,
but
let's. If you follow them people or something, he got crazy. But I mean, yeah, I said, our defense is trash. New management great. Strategy was the best going against US. One match against Honduras, they had 13 shots on us, but three are more on target. It's that game. I just feel like that game was so. It was so delusional in a way that you're trying to figure out like what Steve McCurran want to do in that game. Does he want to go out and win the game, or he just want to sit back and hope for the point so we just get the point and we can go through the safer way? I don't know, but again, Mason Wogi, that was his first game. So many mistakes. You understand? I don't know what Steve McCurran team tactics or his game management was in that game. So, it was just that game that he was like hoping for the best and just get a point and just get rid of this game, marching on to the knockout round. You understand? You
yeah.
know, Poch get the same time. What is this?
Yeah,
Kind
but
of,
uh, but uh, but I feel like Poch have a bigger squad to work with and a bigger, Poch have mostly three American team. You know, America can bring like three different team to a three different tournament. That's how big America squad is. Remember, last World Cup, a World
yeah.
Cup on this, yeah, they didn't bring,
Them Gold Cup squad it was B and C team.
yeah.
Matt Turner was the only goalkeeper
We
as the
can't compare local Jamaica to them team, them G.
yeah, yeah,
Them
yeah.
have so many players to pick from.
Hey, but look at it. Remember, say Tapa Whitmore use a team where you will say like some local players bringing a final already and beat the USA. So, it's kind of 50-50. It's kind of 50-50, man. If we never have the players, I would say okay, we don't have better. You think that we still need to be searching
I think we need to search for a different profile of set of players.
like
I
for
think with
what position?
midfield and strikers. I think we need to start. I think we need to start search for those type of players. I'm tired of seeing us getting defenders. I don't want to see no more defenders. I need us to get some more midfielders and some strikers. I think we can't keep on relying on Mikel Antonio to score some goal. We need a player in that position, in a number nine position. It's playing at a very good level and
Yeah,
doing a very good thing. I think if we can get a number nine that we can rely on every international window
mhm.
and be able to score some goal for we, I think we can make it very far. But we don't have a number nine. A number nine I don't think we can rely on Antonio. Antonio is very injury prone. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And he can have some very bad performance. I think we need someone who's at a very good level can give us that. I think we're missing an actual number 9 and some couple good midfielders. A creative midfielder could do. I think a very good creative midfielder could able to help this team going forward. Someone who very creative and able to create us chances because we don't score a lot of goals, and I feel like because we don't have a lot of creative players.
Yeah. Let me say this. Let me say this. Chris Smith, said that, Tillman and McKinney and Pulisic and them man play Pepe them in play Champions League. But let me say this. When the US travel to Trinidad, this was the US midfield for Brandon Aronson, yeah, at the time. Musa, De La Torre, Giorena. That was their midfield when they got beaten in Trinidad 2-1. You understand?
Yeah.
That midfield, this player named Andre Ramsford playing in Canada. You understand? Philip play in League 2. And then this young player named Rail Gill play locally in Trinidad. Tell me, goddamn, all that midfield beat a US men's national team. It's not all about where the players are playing.
Yeah.
It's how you set up your team. Bournemouth is not playing in the Champions League, but them kick out City teeth.
Yeah.
You understand? How many of those players ever played in the Champions League for Bournemouth? Look at over the years so many Cinderella stories. Look when even Manchester United played Coventry in the FA Cup semi-final. Manchester United playing in the Europa League at that time. Coventry is challenging to get in the top 6 for playoff in the championship, but they give United a hell of a fight. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's not just I can understand where I come from, but you can't just look at the book and just read at the book at like, look, Maggie is a USL player. No, but if you set up a team that can play as a team, that can play as a unit,
It doesn't matter where they're playing. Once these players are performing and we're getting results, that's all that matters. If Jamaica was beating USA and if Jamaica was winning the whole of the money from yard from the Jamaica Premier League play and we get results, would y'all be complaining? You get me? People need to understand, so we have not really achieved anything. You get me, over the past couple of years. Otherwise than we haven't really win anything. We haven't really win anything. So I don't know what's the problem. I think people just have them favorites or who they want to play for, represent the
no,
country and da 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 da. I think people just have them favorites. You get me?
bro,
So, but
bro, it you can't just reason the football, so bro. Cause I remember even in the Gold Cup when Mexico and Haiti play, bro. Look where Haiti players are playing, and look how they match up to Mexico. Yes, they lost the game, but my God, if Haiti did take them opportunity, then beat Mexico. You understand? So it's not just where you're playing or the level where you're playing at the time.
I think if you're good enough, you're good enough. And what have I seen from McGee so far in the first game in the which game was that? Is it one which team that will be away when Williams scored a goal? He played really good in that game. He have a very good game. He was holding up play. He was basically doing it. And then in the second game, he wasn't really in the game, but he did a very good job.
Who was
He's
our
not
midfield? Barry, Maggie was our midfield and Joe Latibody, right?
yeah.
Which part Nicaragua midfield them play?
In their own country.
In their own country.
Yeah.
And you tell me that.
But I guess people that say, well, we Jamaica should have be beaten.
But them boss the midfield.
Them boss the midfield, right? Them look very technical. Them you get me? And let's be honest, every time when Jamaica bring any player come play for Jamaica, them look ordinary. You get me? Them look ordinary. Them matter if them play for Barcelona and then come play for Jamaica, them look like them don't know what them are do. And then when them go back to them club, them look like the best thing. So, so I don't know, man.
Never Christmas, never look for the thing and so on. So in the Gold Cup, the midfield that will play for the US is Luis Romo, Luis Chavez, and Eric Sanchez. Eric Sanchez is the one of the most dynamic, creative player in the league. I mean, you understand? I think at the time he was now he's at Club America, but I think at the time he was at Monterrey. You know, Luis Chavez, was in the Liga MX at the time. Now he's in Russia, and Luis Romo is at Cruz Azul. Those are the three midfielders played the day when Mexico beat them. You understand? The midfielders that played for 80 that day is a player named Carl Santier. And at that time, that player was playing for North Texas in the next MLS Pro League. You understand? So if you look at it now, and another player that his name is Danny Jean Jakes. At the time when he played for 80, he was playing for Metz in the French League. So you have a player that playing in an amateur league in the US for Texas, and now at that time he's playing for Metz at the time. Is it Metz? Yeah, he's playing for Metz at the time. You understand? So if you look at it, Daniel, man, it's there. It's there, but they match up. And the other player, Nazon, yeah, I don't think Nazon is a midfield player. Nazon and Piru, those two, number 9. He just set up as he's a number 10. But those are the two double pivot play for 80 that day. Yeah. One player playing in the French Liga for Metz, and an next player play in the MLS, not MLS. We'll go back and look at it. Play for North Texas in MLS Next Pro League. That's an amateur league, development league. And them can match up. You understand? So you see the level, bro. But Daniel, let's Chris, big up yourself though, but let's move on though. We want to focus, and talk about the EPL, Daniel, this is where the problem started, This is where the problem started. Let me get this off the screen, because this is where the debate going to start. But did you saw this coming with Arne Slot? A man that, so Arne Slot, 17 games, 15 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. 4th in the Champions League, top of the table in both division. The greatest start from any Liverpool manager, 11 wins in 12 games. Liverpool winning opening 6 away games versus teams. You understand? In their club history, 132-year victories at Ipswich, Manchester United, AC and Wolves, Crystal Palace, and Red Bull Salzburg. First Liverpool manager to win his first league game against United since 1979. I think that is Bob Paisley was the last manager that did that. First Liverpool manager to win an opening 3 league games without conceding against Ipswich, Brentford, and United. The verdict is out. Is Bob Paisley is the number 1 coach that ever coached Liverpool more than Klopp, Bob Paisley, Billy Shankly, Gerard Houllier, Rafael Benitez. Is he that manager though? You can say, look, he's right up there without even winning a trophy, but of what he's doing is remarkable.
Nah. I think you have a long way to go. Football. He's doing a brilliant job. I think I'm very surprised. But no, it's Klopp is still one of their legends. Klopp have won them a first Premier League first league title in 30 years, and and first Premier League trophy since they renamed the Premier League. But I think Slot have a long way to go. City probably gonna get back some players. They expect City to be better next year. Arsenal is still there, maybe Chelsea too. But I think Liverpool, they're gonna let's be honest. Every season, even when a team start the season, they will have a bad patch. They will. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just a 1 and 2 few injuries, and then everything go on. You see what happened to Arsenal. They lost Odegaard, and they just start struggle. You see what's going on with City. Yeah, they see what's going on with City. They lost Rodri, and they're falling off. So Liverpool might miss Salah, somebody, and then everything is gone. So it's still a long way. He's doing a very good job. very
Yeah.
good job. Like surprising me. Very calm guy. Say the right things. Very tactical, aware. You know what I'm saying. So, um, you know, honestly, he's doing a very good job, and I can't complain. But yeah,
Yeah. But look, honestly, when he was coming from the Dutch league, a lot of people was having their like statement. Should Liverpool hire this man? Is he the right man? After Liverpool, technical director walk away, newly appointed backroom staff, Jurgen Klopp walk away. Is this man to ride the ship? But he walked through the door and he stepped foot at Anfield, and the first thing he started to demand from the players. He started to lead from the front. You know that he's a captain. You know that Liverpool team is a rich history. You understand? Big
yeah,
club. You know, the most successful team in England. So and what he done when I watched the first couple of games, I saw he made some bold statement, some changes that you say, look, Konate and Virgil van Dijk, was their partnership. He started out with them, but Kwanzaa came in. Konate wasn't playing good. Kwanzaa drop off. He pulled back out. Kwanzaa put on Konate. Trent Alexander-Arnold being in and out of the team. He's having a lot of issue with Alistair McAllister. These players are players that played well under Jurgen Klopp. But he started to ride the wave and bring a lot of control with this team. This team with Jurgen Klopp was a team that is like they just running down the hill at all times. It's like a non-stop running. But he came in, he steadied the ship. He started to get the best out of Nunes, not Nunes, Luis Diaz, Gravenberg. The only player I could say in that midfield that Una start clicking and McAllister. Shablazai, he's been in and out, but whenever
the,
he,
Ma-
but
the McAllister
yeah,
have been very quiet. He's doing
yeah,
a job, but he's been
yeah,
very quiet.
but he's quiet. But Shablazai, when he get his start, he perform. You understand? Um, Mo Salah, man, this guy need a stature. Mo Salah had only one season in Liverpool where he only had double-digit goal, but no double-digit assists. Only one season, and that was 2020, 2021, the COVID season. You understand? But what this man have done, he have shown the Liverpool massive that, look, this manager, I am the manager, I am the leader, I can lead this team, but he bring a lot of control. You understand? And he took Nunes out of the team. He brought in Mr. Glassman, Jata, injured again. You understand? But he's getting the best out of players individually. And I think Kelly here is a player that I think probably can be at any other Premier League teams down in the bottom half and starting one of those.
That's a very, very
He's a
good goalkeeper.
he's a very good
Very,
goalkeeper. You understand? So he
yeah,
has brought the best out of a lot of players for Liverpool. And he brought the team control. Liverpool are not blowing away teams. For think about that. They are not blowing away teams, but what they are doing, they're controlling opponents. Look at Aston Villa, what they did. Aston Villa have never been threatening Liverpool. They never get the opportunity to sniff
yeah.
in Liverpool backs. And we're going to get to Aston Villa very shortly, but this manager is something to think about. Don't sleep on him. He's shown a lot already. He have shown that only two clubs have taken points from him. Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. Two clubs that have
No,
been...
Chelsea have lost. Chelsea have lost.
Which game him, John? Oh, the Arsenal
Um,
game. Arsenal game.
Arsenal
Arsenal
again.
game and Nottingham Forest game. You understand? So, Liverpool, man, don't sleep on them. Do not sleep on them, Daniel. They are one to watch, and, it's a very good team. Just looking at how they play. But you think, out of the three players, though, Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, or Mo Salah, which one you think should get the contract immediately?
I think they should give Van Dijk and Salah contract and make Arnold go on. I think what's his name? That new kid,
Bradley.
Bradley can come in and be a very good player. I think Trent might go to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I think he might go to Real Madrid. I think Salah still have some. Salah is a very fit guy. He keep himself very fit, and I think Van Dijk. If they lose Van Dijk, there's gonna be a big gap in the defense. So I think Trent can go on. I
Yeah.
think Trent can go on. Yeah.
But Nunes last season, 27 missed big opportunity last season. He's 10% shot converted to the goal. He scored against Aston Villa, but he missed a header. He missed a one-on-one, but he scored the hardest goal. What is wrong with Nunes? I just think this man will be out through the door coming, if not January, next summer. I just don't think he's a player that you can trust or a player that you can rely on to get the goals to win a title, because he will miss majority of the games, majority of the goals that he get.
Yeah.
You understand? So I don't know, but looking at it now, Jota is struggling, with his fitness. This is the time that Nunes is supposed to be like, honestly, I'm the one that can lead his team. Bring back that faith, that confidence from the coach. But he's just not delivering. He should have scored a hat-trick against Villa. But I mean, Aston Villa, Daniel, they, Unai Emery is draining the potential out of this squad. It's a very thin squad. The level of where they compete last season, and to stay on that level or go above it, it required a lot. It required a lot. And these players are not like they have been playing Champions League football. God, it's like you go to the Champions League, it's a next level. You go to the Premier League on the weekend, it's a next level. So you're constantly changing gears after gears after gears. And you could see the players, so many players are going down with injuries. But
Yeah.
I text you and I ask you, why didn't Unai Emery bench Leon Bailey and start John McGinn in that game? Why did John McGinn didn't start in that game? John McGinn would have been the perfect player to start in that game.
Yeah, but I think trying to give Bailey a run off game. He play in the Champions League. I know put him in this game, and he just not performing. I don't know what's going on with Bailey. Bailey have been very, very slow this season. I don't know what's going on. I know he got injured early part in the season, but you see that run that Salah make? I know
Yeah,
Salah is one of the fastest playing the player, but my God, he made Bailey look like Bailey wasn't even there. And Bailey lucky because he would have got if the referee did brought that back, he would have got red card. He would have got sent off. So he
yeah.
lucky, even though Liverpool were able to score that goal, he would have got red card, but he just looks sluggish to me. He can't get. I don't remember Bailey getting past a player, like beating his man. Me never remember him do that. He looks sluggish. Last season he was up and down. He was one of the most players that was beating players take on. Like I don't know what happened this season. Like
Confidence,
it,
confidence, confidence,
I feel
confidence.
like it's the wrong time Bailey come back to Jamaica too. Wrong time too.
You, you, you
Wrong time.
Daniel, I listening. I listen to other people talk about Jamaican football, Reggae Boyz football, and I was watching Ryan. I don't remember if it was last night or the other night, if it was Friday night. And when I was watching Ryan, his brethren did attack and he was saying something about Leon, and he was like, Leon is a player that when he get injured, he need to get a run of games. And he's right in somewhat. Leon really need the confidence of a team. He's not the player that will go into show up whenever his team is down just like that. He will give you a flash of brilliance, but to do it on a consistently run when his team is down, he has yet to do that in his club career and for the Reggae Boyz. But one thing do I have to say, what people forget. You understand? What people forget last season, Aston Villa started out playing in the qualification for the conference. And Leon Bailey played 2 games against the Scottish team, Hibernian. I think he scored in one of the legs. Yeah? And after that, when they get into the group stage of the Conference League, Leon Bailey injured twice. Not major injuries, just like injuries when pick up. You understand? I think it was twice. I think it was one at Liverpool came injured last season. He had a few niggles in the start of the first half of the campaign. But guess what?
Mm,
He never dropped off. But Aston Villa was on their peak. Unai Emery tactics were fresh. They were
yeah,
fresh. You understand? They went through a really good preseason where they're like, okay, this man finally getting his tactics across the team really well. Liam Bailey missed a few games last season because of injuries, but he never looked this bad.
yeah,
And this is what I'm not hearing a lot of Reggae Boy fans talking about. He went through a period last season where he was injured a few times, but he never looked this bad. So the team was good last season, but now Aston Villa team, when he's going through his period, the team is down low for confidence. The
yeah.
team,
I think that's one of the next thing to probably not helping him as well. The team
yes,
they have lost 4 games back
yeah,
to back.
yeah.
So the team is struggling as well. So I think that I think they need to start win some games.
You think it's more of a confidence of the squad is rubbing off on him?
Yeah, I think it could be that too. Yeah, it could be that as well. Yeah,
His body language just don't look the same. I mean, can understand when I can understand when you said Leon need a run of games and he need to play but Leon have been playing consistent. Look, he has been poor all season, but Unai Emery have stuck to his task and he kept starting him in games. He even started him over John McGinn, someone that scored a goal and his return from his hamstring injury at Villa Park the week before. Jacob Ramsey, look a bit more, sparking, a bit more flash of brilliance. No one then he looked to want to take on players. He injured again, but when he come back, you see something that he's trying to. But
yeah,
this body language of Leon is just not right for me. Something is wrong, and I don't want to go deep and said, maybe something is going on with his personal life because I know nothing about his personal life. I just want to focus on what I saw on the pitch. You understand? But I mean, Liverpool next fixtures, Daniel is their next fixtures, are Southampton, Real Madrid in the Champions League, and away to Newcastle and the Merseyside, away to Everton. Those are the
yeah.
fixtures. The international break. Big game, big game at Anfield against the Los Blancos. But moving on, talking about another Reggae Boy to another Reggae Boy. Mikel Antonio Daniel, 11 games, 9 starts, 1 goal. That was the Ipswich game. But Mikel Antonio had only 13 shots inside of the box all season long and 3 headers. That's less than what he have achieved in the first half of the season for David Moyes. What is going on? Is it crisis under Julian Lopetegui? You know,
Been a crisis.
you
It's
know,
been a crisis.
this man. I don't think this man can last the year. To be honest.
I don't I don't know why they keep on giving this guy a job. Like he never last at Wolves. Like he from that incident happened at Real Madrid with
Yeah.
Spain. I don't
Mhm.
know why I don't know why he keep on getting these jobs. I don't think he's that good. So I don't know, man. I don't
But
know.
but I have to say this, Daniel. Julian Lopetegui, 13 games this season, 6 losses, 4 wins, 3 draws. He's at 14. He's just in that a shy away from the relegation. David Moyes last season, when he had to be playing in Europe, David Moyes, 10 wins, 5 losses, 2 draws. Meanwhile, playing in the UEFA Champions League. Julian Lopetegui had 10 signings this summer, over 100 million spent, including loan deals.
And the team it's a very good squad.
He's a
You
very good.
know, I think it's a very good squad. Yeah, they got some quality players. I don't know why they're not performing. I just think that I think the players used to David Moyes, and
Mhm.
it's very difficult to want to get that out of that way they used to playing. And yeah, I just think that if I were him, I would have taken my time and able to bring that philosophy. philosophy over. But I think that that's the squad. Or he wants to play. I think he's still set up to be playing the football like David Moyes want to play. That's why
Yeah.
I think that's why they're struggling. Yeah.
I just think, when I look at it, at this stage, Julian Lopetegui average, the team average 46% possession base last season at this time. David Moyes average, 40%. So the percentage going to be a little bit more. It's a Spanish coach. You want to play with the football. But the signings that he brought through the door, my God, it can't be this bad. Kudus can't make it even make it even worse.
Yeah.
His ban of extend to 2 more games, so that's 5 games. So Jared Bowen below par.
Yeah.
Killman, Jean Todibo, the signing from Real Betis, Guidi, I think, what's his name? I don't remember, the Argentinian playing with, Alvarez. It just can't be any worse. I think Ward Prowse could do a better job than a lot of these guys. You understand?
Man, get rid of rappers. Crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to give Everton some credit because Everton have only lost 1 games. They only lost 1 games in the last 6. They were
Yeah.
unbeaten throughout October. So Everton, but they should have beat Everton in London.
Oh, yeah, at home, yeah. For
Should
sure,
have
for
beat
sure.
Everton, but moving on, to the big game that played today, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Chelsea have done it again where they conceded against a giant team, just like they scored back 4 minutes after conceded against United, 10 minutes after they scored again on Arsenal. But I have this for you, Daniel. I know this is your player, but I have to rub this in your face. Cole Palmer, 58 games for Chelsea, 32 goals, 20 assists. Yeah. Versus top clubs, 7 goals, 1 assist. That's 15% of his contribution against big clubs.
How much goal and score against top clubs?
So let me get this now. Cole Palmer, 58 games played for Chelsea, 32 goals, 20 assists. Versus top clubs like United, City, Liverpool, he
Mm-hmm.
has scored. He has scored. Hat-trick. You remember he scored a hat-trick on United?
Mm-hmm.
And I think he scored at Old Trafford as well. So that's
Mm-hmm.
4 goals. And he scored against Arsenal. No, and he scored against City in a 4-4 draw.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 7 goals, 1 assist. That's 8 goals involvement. So that's 15.3% of his contribution of the entire 52 goal contribution for Chelsea. So
Yeah.
he have contributed 15% of that tally towards the big clubs. Why is he not performing yet for Chelsea in these big games?
I don't think that's a problem for me because I feel like Palmer is he's building that reputation where
Yeah,
teams is gonna try to basically teams tactics is gonna come there and try to prevent him from performing. You get
yeah,
what I'm saying? So he gonna have to learn that stage now that he gonna have to understand that oh damn, team's gonna double up on him. You get what I'm saying? Team gonna basically set up them tactics for prevent him from performing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not really worried about that. It's not like him not score no goal at all. You
yeah,
get me? And it's not like him not have no assist at all.
yeah.
Him do, but it's just that over it just that stats. And I think Palmer was very poor today. Like he wasn't to me, he wasn't fit.
What about the United game?
The United game, he have a decent performance. Like he have a decent performance. But as I said, I think that teams are basically double
Yeah,
up on him.
yeah,
You
okay.
double up on, but it's just that him know as a player, he gonna have to understand that okay. Cause remember in the last season, nobody know all this Palmer, so they used to give him the space, You know what I'm saying? But this season, they're not gonna do that no more. You get me? They're gonna have 2 players on him. So him know what I would like him to do as a player, learn that you need to do better. You need to able to start perform and I understand. So yo, just switch up a thing a little bit. No, do a little bit. But I don't think he was fit today. He wasn't. I was asking for Palmer to come off the field and put on Jar Felix. I don't know why they
But
didn't do that. You know?
it was a game today where each team controlled moments in the first half and the second half. Arsenal had their fair bit of opportunities where they created their chance. They could have won it in the last part of the end.
Yeah.
But Chelsea had their moments where they created moments, they created opportunities where they could have scored. That ball that Nune Madueke gave for Fofana at the back post, that should have scored. If that was probably if it was a striker, probably would have know that, look, you don't need to drag your foot or push your foot towards the ball. You just need to hold the foot up and let the ball hit it and that ball go back into the back of it. In that position, the ball had a lot of pace on it. So all they need to do is just hold the foot up so the ball can hit. And that ball that just go over, David Raya head. But with this Chelsea team, I see massive improvement. Enzo Maresca. What he have doing, man, to Lavia and Caicedo in midfield, where a man that grabbed a triple assist in the game on Thursday against Noah, played only 45 minutes. Thought he was going to start in this game just by playing 45 minutes on Thursday. Enzo Fernandez, he just can't get the team. So what Lavia is doing and that partnership that Enzo is creating is just that they need to just create a different.
I think Enzo should have started today. I think Lavia and Caicedo is very solid, but there's not too much creativity. You get what I'm saying?
Control.
Balance while and control the game, they're very good at that. But when you have a Enzo in there, Enzo will give you more credit. Even though Enzo a little bit liability defensively, but when he's in there, he will create opportunity. But it's what it is. A very good game. I think both teams could have won it today, but I think 1-1 was a fair result for both teams to me.
So let's talk about the Netflix team, the story that never ends, the season that always continue. Arsenal 9 points behind Liverpool. Last win. The man them last win in the Premier League against Southampton at home on October the 5th. Dropped 8 points from 12. Yeah. Odegaard is back. Saka is injured. So you see why Patrice Evra said Arsenal is a Netflix series. Odegaard is back from injury. Bukayo Saka injured. What is going on? Hey, let me give you this. You see all of them injury where United get over the last 3 seasons, Daniel. You know who Emmanuel head of sports science that represent the team in the sports department. Arsenal come from.
Yeah.
Yo, the man that at the head of the sports science at United, Arsenal, the man come from, brother.
But Arsenal been very good with injury over the year. I think it just this season.
History tell us say Arsenal is not.
I'm talking. I'm talking since Arteta come in and start to challenge City. I think they have been very good with injuries, but I think this season, it start to fall apart. That's what I'm saying.
Since before we come alive, we haven't done this for 2 weeks, and a lot going on with Arsenal. What is going on, man?
I think injuries are play a part because you can see that today Odegaard make a difference.
Odegaard make a big difference today. Yeah, he make a big
difference. So as far as them, I think team just find them out a little bit, but I think they will be in the top 4. But I just don't see Arsenal winning the Premier League. I don't think they have enough.
Mikel is a little bit stubborn.
Very stubborn. I don't know why you don't give Sterling. You don't even give Sterling no game. I don't know what was that. Why did he buy Sterling in the first place? Sometimes I know Sterling couldn't be able to play today because he's on loan.
Yeah.
But in some other games, bring on Sterling. It's like he doesn't trust him. I don't get it.
I know you have always said this in the past, but Arsenal don't need a striker.
They don't need a striker. They can't depend on Havertz.
Arsenal don't have a killer.
They don't
have a killer. I'm sorry, but look, Pep Guardiola is the only coach can come and win something without a striker. Vincent Del Bosque do it with Spain. He's another one. He's retired now. He's gone. But talking about the club football, what he's trying to do of playing with Kai Havertz, I don't know if he saw some of those statistics on his heat map. He tried to drift a little bit wide right to move away, the traction from Bukayo Saka and drag those
Mm.
a little bit more towards him. But he just cannot do it. I'm sorry, but Arsenal need a killer. Over the
Yeah.
years, over the years, Arsenal have always had this killer playing in that number 9 position. But Kai Havertz, what you're not going to get from him is that Kai Havertz with the team playing good, Daniel, he will perform. But when the team is on its low, you're not going to get a Kai Havertz going to score goals and lift the team. He's not that player. He don't have that attitude. You understand? So and then he just kept playing Kai Havertz. So I just think Mikel Arteta is a little bit stubborn, but again, injured. No. Before Odegaard, came in the team was playing a lot defensively, but you saw how Arsenal played today. The quick 5-10 yards pass, the Declan Rice, the Odegaard, you could see that partnership again. And you could see that, look, the team played a little bit more in an attacking fluence, where the Chelsea team at moments had problem trying to handle it. You know what? Declan Rice, again, he's playing a broken toe today as well. I think Partey was a weak link in the midfield where Chelsea was targeting him the most, and they just kept running around Partey all game long. So moving forward, I think Arsenal are going to need that player like a Rodri.
Yeah.
Rice is not that player. I think Rice want to go forward than stable. Partey you can't rely on a Partey to do that job 24/7.
Yeah, Georgina. Georgina can do a job. Done days pass.
I think the way Arteta want to play is not the Georgina style. I think Georgina just need to go back to the Italian Serie A.
Yeah.
AC Milan would be a perfect fit for him. You understand?
In that deep line midfield.
Yeah, but I just think, with Odegaard back now, but with the length of how long Bukayo Saka is going to be out for, it's worrying. It's worrying for Arsenal.
I think you be back by. I think you're not gonna. You're probably just not gonna go to international break. I think he should be back by time. By time Premier League come back.
I mean, but City, Daniel, is it that City is going through the same midfield crisis that Liverpool went through a few years back with Jurgen Klopp, where they have Fabinho, Wijnaldum, and Endo, where those players are getting a bit old, like the Kovacic, the Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah. I think they're the wrong age of their career now.
Gundogan.
And yeah, all of them. Remember, they barely won it last season.
Yeah.
They barely won it last season. So
but when you look at Pep Guardiola, team midfield and the midfielders, the attackers that without a Erling Haaland, Kovacic 11 games, 3 goals, Doku 8 games, 1 goal, Kevin De Bruyne 5 games, 1 goal, Foden 0, Silva 0, Ilkay Gundogan 0, Grealish, all those players had 0 goals in the Premier League this season. When you look at that, that's poor. Just look at the running that Gundogan had in the last 3 months. Season 2 seasons ago, where he literally won the Premier League for City.
Yeah.
City had a Riyad Mahrez, someone that's going to give you double-digit assists, and Raheem Sterling, that's someone going to give you double-digit goal and assists throughout the season. Those two players, that's like you took a Raheem Sterling and a Riyad Mahrez out of City team. That's like 30 goals contribution you took away from there alone. Yeah. So you're looking at it, man. Erling Haaland, when Brighton scored that second goal, 2 goals in 4 minutes, the camera went on early and he don't even know what the hell happened. You understand? When they lose the game, I think it was they lost to Bournemouth. They lost against Bournemouth. That was the first time he's losing 3 games in a row since 20.
They lost against Sporting in the Champions League as well.
They lost against Sporting. So if you look at it, those before the game that he lost against Brighton, it's the first time that happened since 2018, and that was a time when Liverpool beat him twice in the Champions League. Remember, Coutinho scored those goals, and United beat him in between that running as well. So those are the 3 games that he lost in 2018. And now this is the first time, and this is the first time a Pep is going through a crisis like this. And his press conference, it was like, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to spend some time with the family, see my kids. I'm just going to take away, some moments away from football. I understand, but how can he react to this? He probably cannot sleep at night knowing that it's the international break. Is it international break come the right time for City players can just go away from Manchester and move away from the atmosphere and just breathe a little bit more easier on international duty?
Yeah, I think it's the best time. They could have asked for international any better. I think it's the best time. I think City will. I think Pep. If there's one coach in the world where do I care about City? I don't care. Like no one of them feel struggle as a Chelsea fan, but
Yeah.
because they're gonna get it right, regardless. They will get it right. You get what I'm saying? City's a second half team. Like, but do I think they're gonna have enough to catch back Liverpool or push? I don't think so. I think this is the year they're gonna fall short. I think this is the year they're gonna fall short. Because guess what? I feel like the Premier League this season is very competitive. I think the league is very competitive this season. Yeah. So
Um,
that may have 2 minutes in there because I have to go up on the road, woman.
but City without Rodri, 53 games with Rodri, 39 win, 13 draws, one lost, that's points
Yeah.
in game, that's 74%. You know, um, the goal difference per game is 1.6. You understand? Without Rodri, 24 games, 14 win, 2 draws, 8 lost, 59%. The goal difference is 1.1. So it's a big drop off.
I think Rodri is a massive miss. Rodri. Massive, massive.
Have you ever seen a Pep Guardiola team over the years with the Catalonians or Bayern that one player missing for the second time and it just fall right over dominoes tumbling down? You ever see that about a Bayern or a Barca team?
I
I never
don't think I
remember
don't
that.
I don't think it's just Rodri. I think remember at Barcelona at the end, it did just fall apart. Bayern Munich at the end, it will just fall apart. I think after a period of time with Pep, it gonna fall apart. You know what I'm saying? I just think you can see. I feel like Pep is not gonna be there next season. I honestly believe he's not gonna be there next season.
He's giving me the Jurgen Klopp interview. He's just drained. He's
During,
you
yeah,
understand? And it's hot. Yo, you see why I have to give Sir Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger a lot of credit for the longevity. It's not easy to do this. It's not easy, especially with these modern players.
and Fergie go through some years
And Ferguson,
with him not win nothing.
he got
I
through.
think I, I think Pep doesn't want to do that. Pep don't
Yeah.
want to go use him now win nothing.
So Fergie got through the 80s struggle, the 90s when in Premier League farm, a female that the 90s, 2000 Arsenal got team barn in 2000 from before Ian Wright retired from about 98 until like 2004. That was Arsene Wenger time when Fergie get a lot of problem. Right after that, Jose Mourinho era ban. Give Fergie a lot of problems. So Fergie got 2 years and still a battle it out. You understand? But I mean, people, we have come to the end. But Wolves finally win. Gary O'Neill first game.
Ipswich final win as well.
Finally win. The man never beat Big Ange. Bad
They're
man.
too inconsistent, very inconsistent.
I don't know.
I
But
don't know.
United, new era, United start after the international break. Our game start. Portman Road, yeah, it's
Mm-mm.
after the international break. You understand? But I mean, people really are truly, respect on the time. We have to run. You understand? Respect everybody in the chat. Respect everybody in the chat. We know we couldn't get through all of the conversation in the chat. You understand? But really appreciate, Daniel do it again next week. Next week we'll be talking about the US game and
When
the
is the game?
Thursday.
Thursday? Okay.
So let's do this again next week. So people, we are out. Again, sorry for not going through all of the comments and what you don't know. We're there again, and we will do it again.
Bless. People bless upon themselves and don't forget to like, subscribe to both channels. We're streaming on both
I told
Nicardo Media House and Danny Football Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I very much respect the people who come in and bless upon themselves.
yeah.